Hi, Prabhu here. Today we will see about how to model a complex shape in Maya 2017. Stay tuned. Okay, many of our subscribers request me to post the modeling tutorial. So hereafter we post regularly on modeling tutorials how to model a complex shape with perfect topology. So here is an first part. So here is a simple key. So now we need to model this one. So open Maya. So go to top view. So go to create panel, NURBS primitives, disable the interactive creation. So that means when we click on NURBS circle, it will automatically created in center of grid. So first we need to make an for our reference. So I will scale little bit big and in X, so like this. So now I need to duplicate this one. So press Ctrl D and press R and scale down. So right click and choose control vertex. So I will select this control vertex and press W. I want to move up and select this mid control vertex and move up. So you need to make like a V-net shape. So now I will select this two control vertex using shift and select like this and move in Z. So now right click and choose object mode. So I will move a little bit up. Okay, so now here I need to maintain some rounded rectangular shape. So I will create another curve and move over here and press R and scale down. So because this is a little bit of rounded rectangular shape, so and press right click and choose control vertex and select this one, all three control vertex, and press R and scale in Z. So select this one and scale in Z. So select this one and scale in Z. So like this. So I will select all the control vertex and scale a little bit in X. So and it will be little bit taper in bottom side. So I will select this three control vertex and scale in X. So select this whole thing, I scale a little bit further. So select this control vertex and press W and move in Z. So now right click and choose object mode. So this is our reference object. Now we need to create a polygon. Go to create panel, polygon primitives, and disable the interactive creation. That means when we click on Polypipe, it will automatically created in center of grid. So now go to Polypipe. So I will increase my radius a little bit. So and reduce my thickness to 0.1. So like this. Go to perspective. So I will use 0.1. And go to perspective. So I didn't want any back faces, so right click. Before that I need to give 20 subdivisions. So right click and choose back face over here and press delete in keyboard. Right click and choose object mode. So now I need to change my pivot in center of object. So when the object selected, go to modify and choose center pivot. So now go to front view. So I want to move my object exactly in center. So now go to top view. So now you need to trace this object. Right click and choose vertex. So I will select this three vertex and move in Z. So you need to trace this object. Okay, so now we trace over the shape like this. So now we need to shape this object. So go to polygons and click on Polypipe. So I want to move this down and give very I will give thickness to 0.1, and also I reduce my radius to 0.5 or 0.7, so it's enough. So now I will give thickness to 0.05, so it's enough, and I reduce my subdivision axis to 8. So go to from perspective, I didn't want any back face, so right click and choose face mode. So I will delete all my back face. So right click and choose object mode. I need to change my pivot. Select this object, go to modify and choose center pivot. Go to front view, I want to move in Y, so you need to place exactly in center. So go to top view, right click and choose vertex. Now you need to trace this object, so as we did for top one. So trace like this. So also here. So now right click and choose object mode. I will select this both object. So now I need to combine the shape. Before that I will open my outliner. So it's really important. Go to window and choose outliner. Now you able to see our object Polypipe 1 and Polypipe 2. So both the objects selected, and go to mesh and choose combine. So the both objects will be combined. After that we got some history. So when the Polypipe 3 selected, go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So now our history will be gone. So now right click and select the edge, shift select this edge and this edge. So same thing over here, select this edge, shift select this edge, select this one and this one. So all 4 edge over here and also here. Shift right click and choose bridge. So it will be bridge. I will add one division over here, so like this. So now right click and choose object mode. So now I need to bridge over here to here. So right click and choose edge. So select this one, shift select this one, shift right click and choose bridge. So it will be bridge over here. So now right click and choose object mode. So here we need to add one more edge loop. Now you need to see here you need to add, double click on this edge, shift right click and choose fill hole. So now right click and choose this vertex and shift select this vertex and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertex to center. So here we facing an triangle, so that means it has only 3 sides for this face. So now we need to add one more edge loop over here and press W. I will move a little bit further. So right click and choose vertex. I will select this one and move a little bit further. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. So that means it will have quad. So I will adjust a little bit like this to make an even distance. So don't bother about this side. So I will select this all face over here and press delete in keyboard. So right click and choose object mode. When this object selected, go to mesh and choose mirror. So you need to mirror in x-axis, so because it's in x direction, and also change the direction to plus. So that means it will automatically mirror this object to here, and also it will weld this center part. So click on outside. So now we have perfect shape in center. So now we need to count this shape. So right click and choose. So right click and choose edge mode. We need to count this one. So I will start from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. So you need 20 divisions to make this outer region. So go to polygon and click on polypipe. So I will increase my radius. So radius to 2. So I will reduce the thickness to 0.1 and press R and scale like this. So go to perspective. I didn't want any back face, so right click and choose all the back face and press delete in keyboard. Right click and choose object mode. Select this object. Go to modify and choose center pivot. Go to front view. I need to move my shape below the grid, so like this. So now I go to top view. So right click and choose this control vertex. I need to adjust a little bit manually to make a perfect shape. So right click and choose object mode. So it's automatically set our polypipe as 20 subdivisions. So now we need to combine this both object. So select this one and shift select this one and go to mesh and choose combine. So when you combine, here we have created history. So in the polypipe file selected, go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So our history will be gone. So double click on this edge and shift to double click on this edge. Shift right click and choose bridge. So and give bridge offset. So because it will be in cross. So I will rotate the bridge offset. So now you able to see it bridge perfectly, and I also add one more division in center. So like this. Now right click and choose object mode. So now we need to delete our all poly nerve circle. So I will select all 3 nerve circle in outliner and press delete in keyboard. So now you got perfect shape over here. So go to front view. So open our reference image. So this one is a little bit thick. So I will move my object in little bit up. Go to perspective. So now double click on this mid edge and shift double click on this edge. Go to front view, shift right click and choose extrude edge and press W. I want to move in Y. So you need to place exactly in center of grid. So right click and choose object mode. Go to perspective. So I want to mirror this one in opposite side. Before that, I need to double click on this edge. So this one is a little bit depth, but here it will be in fill, but here we need to maintain the hole. So shift right click and choose extrude edge and press W. I want to move in Y. Shift right click and choose extrude edge and press R and scale in mid. So when the edge selected, all the edge selected, press Ctrl plus F9 in keyboard. So that means the edge will be converted as a vertex. Shift right click and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertex to center, so it will merge. So now double click on this edge, shift 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 double click on this edge. So before that, sorry, I will select all this edge over here, shift right click and choose bevel edge. So I will give very tiny bit of fraction and give segments to 2. So now double click on this edge and shift double click on this edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge. So I will give fraction to 0.6 and segment to 2. So like this. So right click and choose object mode. So now I need to make an opposite side. So select this object, go to front view, so go to, you need to mirror in Y, so go to mesh and choose mirror. So I will choose axis to Y, so and also in negative direction, so it will automatically merge. So right click and choose object mode, go to perspective. So now you have the key slot over here. So now here you need to make some cylinder. Before that you need to extrude this edge of this two side. So right click and choose face. So select all 4 face over here, shift right click and choose extrude face, press W, I want to move in Z, and press R, I want to taper like this, and press W, I want to move a little bit further. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this vertex and move, select all 3 vertex over here and move in Z like this. So now we need to make some cylinder to fix this area. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 edge over here. So that means we need to make a cylinder in 8 sides. Go to polygons and click on poly cylinder. So I want to move this one further and press E and rotate in X minus 90. So I need only 8 subdivisions for this subdivision axis. Now press R and scale down and scale a little bit big. So like this. So this one is the little bit thick, so I want to reduce this one. So go to front view and right click and choose vertex. So I will select this one, I will move a little bit down. So select this one and move a little bit up. So go to perspective. Now I select this 3 control vertex over here, 3 vertex, and press R and scale in X. So like this. So I want to reduce the size. Press W, I want to move like this. So right click and choose vertex and move a little bit further. So for this key shape. So now we need to add some more divisions to make this area. So I will select this one and move a little bit further. So select this center central vertex, press Ctrl plus F11 in keyboard. So that means the vertex will be converted as a face. Shift right click and choose extrude face, press R in keyboard, I will scale down. Shift right click and choose extrude face, press W, I want to move a little bit in front. Shift right click and choose extrude face, press R and scale big. Shift right click and choose extrude face, press W, I want to move in front, and press R and scale down. So like this, I want to move a little bit further. Right click and choose object mode and press R and scale a little bit big. So right click and choose vertex and move a little bit in Z. So here we need to add one more edge loop. Insert edge loop over here. Sorry, I will undo this one. You need to add, go to insert edge loop option box. I will reset my tool. So you need to add over here. So select all the face. So select this face and shift to double click on this face. Shift right click and choose extrude face. I will extrude in Z. So to make this region, so like this. Now I add bevel this edge. So double click on this edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge. So I will decrease my fraction amount and give segment to 2. So now I select all this corner edge over here, double click on this edge, shift to double click on this edge, shift to double click on this edge. All this corner edge you need to select, shift right click and choose bevel edge and view segment to 2 and reduce the fraction. So now I select all the face on front side for this object and press delete in keyboard. So same thing over here, select all the face and press delete in keyboard. So right click and choose object mode. So select this object and shift select this object. Now go to mesh and choose combine. So when you click on combine, here we got history in the Polypipe 6 selected. Go to edit, delete by type and choose history. So our history will be gone. Now double click on this edge and shift to double click on this edge. Shift right click and choose bridge like this. Click on over outside. So double click on this edge and press R and scale a little bit down. So double click on this edge, scale a little bit up. So like this. So now we need to add some more divisions. So before that I will move this vertex even further in Z. So I will add some more divisions. So go to insert edge loop. So I will insert 2 or 3 divisions over here. So here also you need to make one divisions. So now right click and choose object mode. In the object selected, press 3 in keyboard. So that means it will smooth our object. So like this. So now we need to make the spot. So using Polycube. So go to top view. Okay, now we need to model this spot. So using Polycube, go to polygons and click on Polycube. I will press W, I will move over here and press R and scale in Z and scale in X and press W, I will scale, move in X like this. Go to perspective and press R in keyboard. I scale in Y and press W, I will move a little bit over here and press R and scale in Y. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this one and move on this side. So here I need to add 2 more edge loop. Shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. So I will reset my tool. So I will add edge loop over here and also here. You need to add 2 more edge loops. So double click on this edge and shift to double click on this edge. I will move a little bit in Y. So right click and choose vertex. So I will select this vertex and move in Z. So here we need to add 6 more edge loops because you need to maintain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 edge loops. So shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box, choose multiple edge loop and add 6. So I will add 6 more edge loops over here. So now I select this face, shift select this face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will extrude in X. So select this 3 face over here and shift right click and choose extrude face and press W and extrude in X. So I will select this 2 face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W and move in X. So like this. Now right click and choose object mode and press R. I will scale a little bit down and also in like this and press W. I will move in Z. So I will isolate this object. I didn't want any back face over here, so I will select all the back face. So don't select any other than that and press delete in keyboard. So now we need to add edge loops. So right click and choose edge, select all the edge, shift right click and choose bevel edge. So increase the fraction amount to 1 and segment to 2. So right click and choose object mode. So now you model this part and re-isolate this one. So now our key model is finished. So if you want to model this part using Polycube, or we create bump map in texturing. So if you want to model this one, you will use an Polycube. So I will create an Polycube and press W. I will move in C and press R and scale like this. Go to perspective. So I will scale in Y and press W. I will move in Y. So like this. So I will isolate this object. I didn't want any back face, so I will delete the back face. So go to top view and press 4 in keyboard and re-isolate this object. So this one is model from here. So I will move this one. So I will scale like this. So this is an R shape. So I will model this direction. So because I have perfect R shape over here, so after that I will mirror on this side. So press R and scale like this and also like this. So I will insert edge loop over here. So I will undo that, shift right click and choose insert edge loop option box. So I will reset my tool. I will add over here. So I will select this face. So I will control select to deselect this one. So shift right click and choose extrude face. I will move over here. Shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here and press E and rotate. Shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here and press E to rotate. So uncheck your reference image what we have. So now you also able to add loop on the side. So I will add one more edge loops over this side and select this face. I control deselect on this face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here. So now go to perspective and press 5 in keyboard and press E and rotate like this. So I will delete this face and select this face and press delete. So now I will select this both vertex, shift right click and choose merge vertex and choose merge vertex to center. So same thing over here. So same thing on this two vertex and same thing on this two vertex. So go to top view. So I will adjust this one. So like this. So I will add one more edge loops over here. So double click on this edge like this. So now we need to make this R shape from here. So select this face. So this face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here. Shift right click and choose extrude face. So I will move like this. Press E and rotate like this. Shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here and press E. So shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here and press E like this. Right click and choose vertex like this. So I will add one more edge loops and press W. So I will adjust this one like this. So now we need to make this part. So I will insert edge loop over here and right click and choose vertex. I will add over here. So insert edge loop, right click and choose face. So I will select this face, shift right click and choose extrude face, press 4 in keyboard. So you need to make exactly in center. So select this face. I will control select and deselect this face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here. So now go to perspective, press 5 in keyboard. So I select this face and press delete in keyboard. Now I will select this face, shift right click and choose extrude face and press W. I will move over here. Now we got that R shape. You need to add edge loops over here, here, also here, here, here for our smooth object. So also here, here, here and here. So same thing on this side. So also here. So now right click and choose object mode, press 3 in keyboard. So now you're able to see our smooth object. So like this. So I didn't want any back face, so I will isolate this object. So I delete all my back face over here on bottom side. And press delete. So here also. Okay, so I will delete all my back face. Now press 3 in keyboard to see our smooth object. Before that I will add one more edge loops over here and also in inside, and press W, right click and choose object mode and press 3 in keyboard. So now you're able to see our smooth object. So I will now re-isolate this one. I will move in Y to keep it inside. So now I want to mirror on this opposite side. So go to mesh and choose mirror. So it will mirror on this side. So see here, it will be weld on opposite. So I will undo this one. So I will isolate this object. Now go to mesh and choose mirror. So see here, it will weld this over here. So I will reduce my merge threshold. So that means it won't weld this bottom region. So I will reduce my merge threshold. Okay, so now it's perfect. So I will re-isolate this one. So now we finished our model as we shown in this reference image. Okay, so now you able to see our object, so but it will be little bit, so have less distance from here. So I will adjust this one. So right click and choose this vertex. I will adjust this one. So like this, right click and choose object mode and press R and scale a little bit down and press W. I will move over here. Okay, so now we complete our model. So this is a modeling and complex shape in Maya 2017 with perfect topology. So this is part 1. We will continue on part 2. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Maya 2017 tutorials. So I will see you on next project. Click subscribe button to subscribe our YouTube channel. We always need your support to create high quality content further. So please subscribe. Click here to also watch the tutorial of how to create transparency map in Photoshop and utilize in Maya 2017 using Arnold render engine.